All right, everybody, CryptoVin here, CryptoVin YouTube channel. Going to be doing another Gareth Soloway video. I know how you guys like him or you hate him, but I got a lot of requests for him, so I'm going to do another one. In this one, I mean, does Gareth Soloway have no shame? Does he really have no shame? It doesn't appear so, and let's find out why. And I'll tell you guys a couple of different points in this video. I can show you why he has no shame. He was recently on David Lynn. I don't know why David Lynn has him on the show, but he does. He must get paid for it. That's the only thing I can think of. But let me know in the comment section. Do you think David Lynn should have Gareth Soloway on the show? All right, let's listen to Gareth Soloway talk about Bitcoin. And as you know from my other videos, if you haven't already seen them, check them out. Gareth Soloway's Bitcoin prediction as low as 3,000, worst case, but he constantly said 9,000. And that never happened. As you can see by the chart, you would have missed out on huge gains if you listened to Gareth Soloway. So let's listen to see what he has to say.
As well. So my biggest fear for Bitcoin, and this is the only bear case that there is that you will have some sort of correction at some point. And the question is, how much does Bitcoin get driven down? But if we zoom out on this chart, we can see again, you go back to this low down here. I mean, we were trading at 15,000 and change, and it just continued to kind of grind higher.
And if you listened to Gareth and waited for him in his 9,000 Bitcoin call, you would have missed the run up. And this is nothing enlightening, guys. I mean, I'm no chart expert. Do your own due diligence, invest at your own risk. I'm not a financial advisor or a chart expert, but I mean, when you're approaching all-time highs like this, of course there's going to be some profit taking, but it's going to be a dip, and dips were meant for buying. I mean, if you're in Bitcoin long term, this is it. So buy on the dips. That's my opinion, but this is nothing enlightening that Bitcoin's going to correct a little bit. All right, so I want to move on. Let's listen to Gareth talk about how crypto people don't understand the market environment. And this is just laughable, guys. I mean, crypto people don't understand the market environment. He called Bitcoin bulls nutjobs. Check out my video on that. And now he's saying crypto people don't understand the market environment. I mean, this is coming from a guy that called for a $3,000 Bitcoin, worst case, but said many times 9,000 Bitcoin. I mean, does he have no shame?
They don't understand as much the market environment, meaning that while there's a lot of inflows into spot ETFs right now, it goes both ways, right? If people get scared, and this is, again, going back to that case of the stock market, and by the way, let's bring up the S&P 500 here. If we take a look at this, the S&P stuck in this very, very tight and tightening wedge pattern.
This is a guy who said the S&P 500 was going to go down 20 to 30% in 2023. Another awful call by Gareth Soloway. Does this guy have no shame? I mean, seriously. Guys, if you like these kinds of videos, you like these gurus getting called out, Gareth Soloway getting called out on his awful calls. And remember, he gets paid to make right calls. I don't get paid to make calls. He does. I just point this out. And he even has said in the past that he expects to be criticized on his calls. So don't give me in the comment section, oh, what are your predictions? How many predictions did you get right? I don't make predictions, and I don't get paid to make them. People pay a lot of money to subscribe to his services, and he makes some pretty awful calls. And as you can see in the comments of my video, a lot of people are angry about it. So let's move on, guys, to my last one where he says, and this is unbelievable, he says he doesn't have a long-term Bitcoin prediction, but he said many times what Bitcoin's going to do. So I don't get it, but he has no shame, so this is what he does. He makes these predictions.
Yeah, good point. So looking at this chart, if we were to sum it up, Gareth, what would you do with Bitcoin right now is ultimately what people watching this will want to know. Well, I can just say, from my perspective now. Remember, I'm a swing trader, so I don't really have a long term perspective. If I did, I would be holding it. I do have a small hodl position from 17 that I talked about back when I bought it. It was only a 1/6 position. I was hoping it would drop below 17. Every 3,000 down, I was going to add more. I never got a.
Yeah, he never got a chance because his prediction was awfully wrong. He was waiting for it to hit his 9,000 or 3,000 or whatever, and it never happened. So, even after 17,000, he was probably waiting for the shooter drop on Bitcoin, and it never happened. So he missed out totally on that, as well as his subscribers did. But the fact that he says he doesn't have any Bitcoin outlook long term is just a bunch of BS. He said it many times. I mean, does this guy have no shame? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. All right, we'll see you on the next video.